Good morning. I'm Kiran Raj. Welcome to the online classes on problem solving using C. In this class, we'll discuss about the second program of the Part A section in the C laboratory. So let us understand the question first. Write a program to reverse the number and find the sum of the individual digits and also check whether it is palindrome or not. Now, what you have to do? You have to take one number and afterwards you have to reverse that number. For example, let us say that my number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the reverse of that number is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that is first part. You have to reverse the number. What is the second part? You have to find the sum of the individual digits. That means 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. So I have to add them. For example, here the sum will be 15. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. The sum will be 15. So you have to calculate the individual digit sum. And afterwards you have to check whether it is palindrome or not. What do you mean by palindrome? If the original number is equal to reverse number, then it is called as palindrome. Whether the number that is given example, whether that number and the reverse of it, whether they are equal or whether it is palindrome, no, they are not palindrome. But let me consider the example 1 to 1. Then reverse is also 1 to 1 only. Then they are considered it as palindrome. So let us try to take one example and try to solve it so that you will understand it better. So let me take the number is 1 to 1. Okay. Then how to calculate the sum or how to reverse the number. So when you are going to reverse the number, I have to take the last. Let me consider this example for better understanding. When I want to reverse the number, I want to take the unit place digit into the highest place digit. Correct? That means first I have to remove the 3. Then I have to remove the 2. Then I have to remove the 1 there. Okay. So how to remove the 3 or how to remove the last digit, unit digit place number? What you can do is you can calculate the remainder of 10. So you can have the number modulus 10. That will give the remainder. So number is 123. So your modulus of 10, your answer will be 3 here. Your answer will be 3. That is remainder will be 3. Now sum is equal to, because you have to calculate the individual digit sum also, right? So what will be sum now? Let us consider, sorry, the remainder is 3, right? Remainder is 3. The sum is not yet defined. So your sum will be also sum plus remainder, it will be 3 only. What about reverse? Yeah. Now what is remainder now? The remainder is 3. So the reverse is also 3 now. Okay. Now what I am going to do? I will remove the 3 from the 123. How to do that? I'll just divide that by 10. When I divide 123 by 10, my answer will be 12.3. But let me consider these numbers are integer number or these variables are of integer type. Integer type variable will truncate the point value or the floating point. So your answer will be 12. Now I'll come back here, come back to this part now. Now 12 modulus 10, that time my remainder will be 2. Okay. Afterwards, what is my remainder here? My remainder is 2. And what is the sum? Previously sum is 3. Right? So what is the updated sum? Updated sum will be 5. Okay. Now, the previously reverse is 3. Right? So let me have that reverse 3 here also. So it is 3. And what is my updated remainder? Updated remainder is 2. So 3 into 10, that is 30. 30 plus 2, it will be 32. Next, what is my number? Number is now 12, right? 12 divided by 10. 12 divided by 10, it will be 1. Now let me go back here. 1 modulus 10, your answer will be 1. Now, what is your sum? Sum is 5. That is previously updated, right? What is the current remainder? Current remainder is 1. So again, so the sum will be 6 now. Now, the reverse, that is 32, right? Previous reverse, that is 32. What is the remainder? It will be 1. So 32 into 10, that is 320. 320 plus 1, it will be 321. So now divided by 10, that is 1 divided by 10, it will be 0. So your reverse number is 321. The sum is 6. That is how you have to calculate it. Let me see the flow chart now. So start. I am going to take the number and I will initialize the reverse and the sum and then the remainder also to 0. Okay, I am going to initialize them to the 0, that is the remainder also, then the sum, then the reverse. Afterwards, I am going to check whether the number is greater than 0. I will be using the while loop here. If the number is greater than 0, see here what happened? 1 divided by 10, the number is 0, right? So that time I will be coming out. So if the number is greater than 0, then I have to make remainder is equal to num modulus 10. Then that is I am calculating the remainder. Then I am calculating the sum, that is by sum is equal to sum plus remainder. Afterwards I will be reversing the number. How to reverse the number? Reverse into 10 plus reverse. Then, so here reverse into plus, then the remainder REM. Okay. Then I am making num is equal to num by 10. So in every iteration it will be decreased, and afterwards when it reduces to the 0 or lesser than 0, I'll be coming out. Okay. So I've given the on page connector here. So then afterwards I'll be displaying the number, reverse and the sum of it. But what is my actual question? I have to check whether it is palindrome or also not, right? Palindrome or not. So what I am doing here, I am checking whether the num is equal to reverse. If it is equal to reverse, then I am printing it is palindrome. If it is not reverse, that is if it is false, then I am printing it is not palindrome. Afterwards, I will be coming out of the program. So I will be stopping it. I'll be trying to do the reverse palindrome. So I'm starting the program with the stdio.h include file, and afterwards I'll be directly moving on to the main section now. So now I'm going to ask for the number. So I'm having int num reverse, because these are the variables where num is going to store your number, reverse will be storing the reverse, and then the sum will be storing the sum of the individual numbers, and the remainder will be storing the remainder. So I'll be asking for the printf statement for the number. Afterwards I'll be scanning it, so using the scanf statement to read the number. So afterwards I'll be initializing reverse and the sum there to 0. You need not initialize the remainder, but if you initialize, no problem. But I have to initialize the reverse also, so I'll do that later. Then I'll be checking whether the num is lesser than 0. If it is not, then I'll be going inside, right? That is num is greater than 0. Then I'll be going inside. Afterwards, I'll be doing the operation, that is remainder is equal to num modulus 10, where I'm getting the remainder. Afterwards, I'll be finding out the sum of the individual number. Later on, I'm trying to reverse the particular number. How to reverse the number? Reverse into 10 plus remainder. So while coming to here, later on, I'm checking whether the num is num by 10, so that I can reduce the number. Next, I will be only performing the operation on 12, not on the 123. If I am taking the number as 123, then initially it will be, number will be 123 in the first iteration. In the second iteration, when it comes back, then the num will be 12, and when it again comes back, the num will be 1, and when it comes back again, the num will be 0. So I'll be coming out. So I'll be coming out, and then I'll be printing it. That is number, or I'll be displaying the number, reverse number, and the sum of it. So I'm just keeping the temporary variable also, which will hold the original number. If I'm not using the temporary variable, then what will happen? Then the original number is lost here, right? Because original number, it will become 0. So I'm copying the original number to temp first only, so that later on I can print that, or I can use that, because it is required to check whether it is palindrome or not. Because to check whether the number is palindrome or not, I should have the original number also, right? So I'm storing that in the temp. So the entered number is temp, that is original number. Later on I'm printing the reverse of it, and later on, after that, I'll be printing the sum of it. Now I will be checking whether the number is palindrome or not. So how to check whether it is palindrome now? So temp is equal to reverse. So printf, if it is equal, then I'll be printing it is palindrome. If it is not, then I am printing it is not palindrome. So that if temp is not equal to reverse, then it is not palindrome. Then I'll be directly coming out. Very simple program. So let me execute now. So I'm getting the wrong answer. Why I'm getting the wrong answer? Because I'm using the reverse here, right? So reverse into 10. So sometimes when you have not initialized the value to the variables may have the garbage value. So if it is present on the right hand side of the assignment operator, when you perform any operation. The garbage values are sometimes it will be taken. So that will create the problem. So what I have to do, I have to initialize the reverse also. So I have to initialize the reverse to 0. So let me do that. So I am also initializing the reverse to 0. So if you see, I am initializing sum, remainder and reverse to 0. So now let me execute. So I am getting the proper answer. So 121 is a palindrome. But what about 2, 3, 4, 5? It is not a palindrome. Again, this will be palindrome. Thank you.